From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Welcome, bienvenido, welcome to Wednesday Vegetable Soup. I am so excited to be with you and to share all the things I've been learning, growing in, and just amazed by in my journey on this planet. Oh my goodness, it's so exciting right now. It is just so much happening. But tonight, I hope you enjoyed that introduction by my sister Ken 165 Lisa. She is part of my synchronistic human family. And I'm finding that there is so much talent and gifts in my families that I associate with that I'm reaching out to them to help me develop this platform. And so I'm blessed. I'm blessed to know Lisa and so many more. And if you're interested in growing by leaps and bounds, especially about the 13-month calendar and the 28 days in each month that we've been missing, go to www.synchronistichuman.com and you can find out all the goodies that will help you grow. Okay, today it's all about powerful rhythmic breath work. As we continue our promotion of nourishing the body, mind, and finances, which is part of the book, or is the basic premise and the juice and nourishment in the book Vegetable Soup for Women, a collection of stories to nourish your body, mind, and finances, which I was blessed to be able to participate in, contributing 2 stories for that book with 9 other authors. It came together so divinely that I'm offering it to you for any Cash App donation. If you are blessed by this show, I think you will be. In any way, send me a Cash App and I'll send you the Vegetable Soup for Women, which is an amazing collection of stories from 9 different human souls from all over the country who contributed to this book to help women be nourished and healed so that their partners can be nourished and healed, and so that our families and our communities can be nourished and healed. So let me know, Cash App, send me your email, and you'll get it in your inbox right away. So tonight it's all about powerful rhythmic breath work. But first, let's welcome our tiny house village. And I'm also blessed to share this music of my brother Imak. Imak na Kukabura Hana. It's about a flower, beautiful white flower, and the blossoming of women. And he was gracious enough to let me use it to share my journey in the tiny house community and the creation of a tiny house village that can help you save money. So here we go. Enjoy the brief introduction of my.
The kookaburra and ha and ha. The kookaboop and ha and ha. And ha kabos and this order. Corona kookakus kado and ha. The kookaburra and ha. The kookaboots and ha. I look deep dress with mad pushala.
Now that's the talented Imak. This little taste. You can go to YouTube and just search for Imak as it's spelled Emakh, and you can find more of his amazing creative music. And he's been a guest on my show at least twice, I think. So I'm so blessed to have him now as part of my family of conscious human souls traveling on this earth together. We're blessed. We're blessed. Thank you, Imak. And we are going to just grow tonight in amazing ways. I have learned over the past few days, even about the rhythmic breath work that can restore balance to your body that I just have to share as much as I can. And one of the things I have to show you is something about what's called a torus field of energy. The torus field of energy is something that was fairly new to me. I mean, I was aware of the concept, but I didn't have the name on the energy that we're going to introduce you to tonight because it came up again and again this past few days, and I said, well, I got to share it and I got to listen to it and know what we're doing here. And it's just all about the field around you, including sacred geometry. So I found this beautiful, and I've got Priestess Nuruddina is joining me tonight. But before I introduce Priestess Nuruddina, I want to just show you this one video that introduces you to the heart torus. It's a beautiful visual of the energy that we're going to be working with tonight that is really something we should all. It's the heart torus, and it's a musical introduction of the energy that we all are dealing with. But this is such a beautiful visual of your kingdom inside of you, your body inside of you. So it's very short. It's only about 3 minutes. And as you view this, I want you to just imagine that this is the energy of your blood flowing and your organs moving. And it's called the heart torus because the center of energy in our body is really depicted in this visual. And the music, oh my goodness, the music is your introduction to the rhythm that you need to grab onto, hold on to when you're doing your breath work. So take a look at what's called the heart torus and hear the beautiful music along with this amazing energy. Now imagine, if you will, that's what's going on inside of you at this very moment. That beautiful symphony and arrangement of energy and sacred geometry moving in a perfect harmony, perfect harmony, perfect harmony, until you start reacting to Trump and you get angry all the time. Stops the harmony. That energy actually may slow down, it might speed up, depending on the thoughts that you're putting out in that torus field. That, what we just watched, is a perfect symphony of homeostasis, if you will. Homeostasis meaning everything in your body is just moving perfectly, harmonizing in perfect alignment with the creator, with the universe energy. And that visual is what we want to get to tonight with the rhythmic breathing that I'm gonna show you. That's something that you may have to come back or hook me up and say, well, I want to keep coaching and doing this more. But let me introduce you to my sister Nuruddina, who's out there in Arizona, because Nuruddina and I have a long history together. She's actually the one who introduced me to joint rolling. If you watch me on Friday morning, Nuruddina, Priestess Nuruddina, and I were, I think we were together for the winter celebration for some reason. I don't know. Priestess Nuruddina, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Peace, love, health, happiness, and wealth, abundance, beautiful people.
Hallelujah. I'm trying to remember what holiday. It was during the winter months. Okay. It was not the Christmas. Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. We was together for Kwanzaa in Florida.
Yeah, and she introduced me to joint rolling in the place we were staying. So I just loved it, and I just taken it all to a new level and all. But thank you for joining me, Priestess, as we talk about tonight the rhythmic breathing that we need to practice. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell people a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and whatever you want to share before we go into powerful rhythmic breath work.
Okay, thank you. Thank us. I'm so grateful for these kind of programs, because I'm looking at my life here. I've been dancing on the planet for 7 decades and 4 years.
Wow.
And I know, right? And I have the energy. I probably feel like I'm about 43.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Healthy, and looking too. And so I've been living a life as a yogini for I started doing all of this when I was in my teens and early 20s is when I started cleansing and fasting and all of that kind of stuff. So, it's not just one thing. It's a gradual growing into learning how to know yourself.
Absolutely.
Learning all of the things that we're talking about. So it's important to be patient with yourself. And, a lot of the people today, you have a lot of help out there so that you don't have to feel like the lone wolf out here trying to learn something, so you get to learn with other people as well. But in the journey, the main journey is all about yourself. And of course, the first thing we do is to breathe. And that's been my motto, is to breathe and start with me. So yoga and meditation and Tai Chi and all of these kind of self-development things start with the breath. And the reason why we get stressed and suffering and sickness is because we don't have enough oxygen moving and all the other stuff that comes along with breathing and entering into our bodies.
Absolutely.
We just don't. We don't even breathe. We don't, when we sleep, we don't breathe right, and, when we're relaxing, people are always stressed. So that is the key, whatever you have to do. And it's not just, at this certain time of day, night or day. All throughout the day, you want to learn how to bring yourself back to your breath.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one of the things that I do all the time is the easiest breath. I remember early in life when you used to have long bank lines and stand in lines waiting for banks. Back in those days. You remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they don't have it no more. But now, I used to stand in line while I had to wait, and I would do the alternate nostril breathing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the alternate nostril breathing is something that you could do anywhere, and it's balancing the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. So that one is, I really suggest that everyone learn that alternate nostril breathing and use it, because you can just sit there, whatever you're doing, you're breathing, you can sit there and balance yourself out in a matter of just a few minutes. Okay. So that's a very important one to incorporate, what we call pranayama. So we have just your basic breathing that we do. All right. And most of us don't even do that right, Beata,
Yeah.
So if we look at a baby and the way that you can learn without taking classes, just look at how a baby breathes, or look at a cat, or a dog. When they breathe from the abdomen. And then they in breathe and the breath fills up in the abdomen, and then they breathe or out breathe, I call it, and then it flattens. And that's the goal, is to be able to be relaxed in your abdominal breath all the time, so you can get back into the rhythm of it. So if you know that, look at the baby, and at night I suggest when you lie down to put a book on your abdomen. And watch the book go up and down, and learn how to control those abdominal muscles in the breath, so that it can become a natural pump for you. So that's another breath that you can, on your own, that you can actually do in practice, without taking classes or anything. So those two breaths, and then, there's more that you could do, what we call pranayama. But those two things to me are two balancing breaths, and the ones that you learn early when you're studying yoga and stuff like that. So I've been studying and living a life of yoga, and then I met Agnihotra, which is my primary mission. Okay, and Agnihotra is a purification process for cleaning the air and soil and the water through the Vedic science. And I have been performing Agnihotra at sunrise and sunset. We rendezvous with the sun to receive the most potent ray of the day. And when you sit with that sun and you're cleaning the air, the soil, and the water of everything and everyone around you. And so just the pure act of being in service to Mama Nature, Mama Earth, like that, hits your breath balance. You see, just from sitting there, a lot of people, they do the fires and they get this, beautiful feelings and feel really good from sitting in front of any kind of fireplace. But when you perform the Agnihotra, and you know that this act is cleaning the air, the soil, and the water, and bringing peaceful energy to the people's minds and bodies in your neighborhood, in your family, your breath starts to change to even more relaxed and confident, that you can't get from anyone else, because you don't have to tell anyone that you're doing this, but you know that you're making an effect and a change and a contribution to our one of the biggest crises and right now people think about is the global warming. And there's facts we have proven since you and I first did this a long time ago. You know, all of the wonderful things that agriculture has contributed to our atmosphere. So that's where I seek my daily peace, how I'm able to stay peaceful. I wake up in the morning all full of happiness, and because I read before I go to sleep, you know. And you was talking about those when you're laying there and you're conscious and you do these abdominal breathing, and you know, you'll find yourself waking and rolling your joints. I roll my joints before I go to bed too.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
Oh, yeah. You know, if I put my feet up in there, I have another part too. You got part one.
Okay.
You know, you got part 101. But since that time, that was like, what, 8 years ago?
Oh, more than that. More than that.
No, not much more than that, because I was in Florida and I've been here in, almost 9 years ago, almost 10, not quite 10, because I've been in Arizona for 7 years. Okay. I mean, I say it like that because I've never lived anywhere for 7 years straight. I was born traveling.
Wow, nomad here, huh?
I did not. I was born moving about. I'm an adventurous, and so I've never. And my whole family. I had all my sister, brother, my mother, father. All of them moved when I was living with them, and then when I left the house, everybody stopped moving.
Wow, that's interesting. Well,
I was the oldest child, so you do influence your families, even though they may not see that. But that oldest child is there to help to bring them forward, you know, even though they get rejected a lot. So, you know, the power of the breath is what I've learned, like you said, but it's something that you have to do. It is a conscious thing. And what you do, Viata, is bringing this knowledge to the people that they need to know, because you're not taught that in school and you're not taught that at home. You know, this is special stuff that you have to do. But just those two basic will really, really pass things on. And then when you learn the importance of your joints that articulate you on the planet that needs oxygen, okay, that needs oxygen. That's why I do it at night. Because I do it at night, then I got oxygen flowing through my body, through my bones and my joints and everything. And so when I wake up, I'm like energized. And then I roll my joints, as you know, I do them before I get out of the bed. That is the best thing. Move all of that mucus and stuff. They get all stuck in your joints, in your ankles. You get up, you can't walk. That's nothing but mucus sitting stagnant in that area. But when you heat it up with the breath, then it starts moving and moving your tract up to your digestive tract, and next thing you know, poop, 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 you put out all of that crap comes out, okay, as a result of that powerful breath. And of course, drinking water, you know, and I drink water with salt in it too before I go to bed, so that I can help keep everything flowing, because that mucus and parasites don't like salt, okay? So, you know, when you're doing that, and then you find that, you know, just everything is much brighter. So I want to just encourage, just make sure that you just breathe, you know, do your breathing, learn it, however you need to learn it. And then don't just learn it like a cool thing to do at the yoga class. No, you know, all throughout the day. And so, yeah, that's my sharing of that.
Well, I so appreciate that. I've learned a few things I could add to my evening routine. In fact, I do like a 15-minute stretch at night, but I roll my joints before I even get out of bed. My joints are rolling.
That's right.
But when I'm going to bed, there are probably some things I should add, like salt water. I do salt water in the morning with lemon, but I'm going to add salt because sometimes depending on what I'm eating, I have mucus coming up at night. It's like, I know what this is, because I ate too much rice or something I didn't have any business eating too much of. So thank you so much for sharing, because you are such a great example of a healthy senior citizen who will never be in a wheelchair or a nursing home or anything, because you're disciplined. This sister is so disciplined that I get a lot from her discipline and the tip. She's been doing yoga for a lot longer than I have, but I'm inspired by her lifestyle, and even you growing vegetables too. And so That's something that we're just starting among some of my peers in YouTube land. So thank you so much for sharing. And you mentioned that I'm doing all this great teaching, but the thing about what we do is when the student is ready, the teacher appears. You've heard that, right?
Sure.
And so this lately, I've been just really thinking about that because so many people I meet, they're not ready. And
Right.
this thing with Trump was such an example of Christians still being in Sunday school. Now, I just have to speak about this issue because it goes into why people need this rhythmic breath work, because they're still being triggered by stuff that they should have learned or matured or grown out of. Now, if a man appears dressed like Christ with his hands over someone trying to heal, why does that trigger people or cause people to think that's blasphemous? When, as a Bible expert here, I was born into the gospel of Jesus Christ. I think if you've been listening to me from birth, I mean literally from birth, I was taken to my grandfather's church in Southern Illinois, and that's what we did every year. He was a pastor. And I even have his ordination card with me. When my mother passed, I was in her wallet, and she had my grandfather's ordination card. And on it was, he renewed this card the day I was born. I was like, why did he do that? What does that mean? Years later now, it's like, it's just a reminder. My ancestor is with me, for one. Hi, Grandpa. I got his picture on the wall. And,
that's awesome.
And that his ministry with the gospel of Jesus Christ had to grow in me. Mm-hmm. And so when people are worried about a man looking like he's dressed like Christ didn't dress like that, first of all, with no red robe and white, but that's religious thinking. Let me remind you of two scriptures that are in me and that I just Googled them to get the right numbers. John 14:12 said, the Messiah said, you, my disciples, are going to do more than I'm doing right now. Think about that. Think about that. Mm-hmm. If you're a Christian, if you know anything about the Bible, that should be a very familiar scripture to you. In the book of John, chapter 14, verse 12, Christ told his disciples, you're going to do more than I'm doing. Now, people will interpret that in different ways. Say, what do they really mean that in the future we were going to do more? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. As a gospel birthed in the gospel, it meant today the spirit of truth and wisdom says we can do more than that man they call Jesus, who's I call Yeshua, who's the Messiah, who's the spirit of truth. We're gonna do more than that. So this picture of Trump over trying to heal someone, why does that offend somebody? The other scripture that we need to be aware of, Christians, baby Christians, is in the book of Matthew chapter 10 verse 8. Let me just read this for those of you who forgot Sunday school lesson about Matthew, Yeshua, Jesus talking. He says in the book of Matthew 10:8. Let me read it because I don't want to. He says, as you go, proclaim, saying, the Malkut HaShamim, the heaven is offered. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, and cast out the demons. Freely you have received, freely you give. That's a commandment for us. Or those who, I don't consider myself a Christian anymore. I had kind of grew out of that because I got all the lessons. I was swimming in the Bible for years and years and years, studied Hebrew. But when the Messiah, your Savior, says you're going to heal the sick, you're going to kill the lepers, you're going to do all that, why does it offend you that the president is standing over someone? He says he's trying to heal someone. That's why we need this breath work. We need to come out of this reactionary behavior that is causing sickness in this country, all over the world. Especially in the United States, we are so divided. You know why? Social media puts out stuff all the time that causes division. Send a picture out of Trump doing whatever, we're going to have division because there's so many Trump derangement syndromes out there. They do whatever this man does, they're going to react. So let's turn to our sister in Arizona, who's a senior citizen. And she might call in, I don't know. who had to be evicted from her home, and she had to find a new place to live. Okay, this is a senior citizen. Our sister, we both, Priestess Nordine and I know, are very close to our sister, who I won't mention her name right now, but she won't mind. She doesn't mind. If she's watching, she might call in or comment. In fact, I think she did comment. Let me read the comments. Robert Paris, we're going to talk about you, my sister, and she knows it because we already had this conversation. She says, I'm grateful, so grateful. And then we've got Higher Learning says, Shalom, beautiful queen sister. You're glowing. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you for being here, my sister. She's my sister from another mother. She's on Monday Morning Mindfulness. And she said, you can repeat that video clip. Okay, I will. You mean the one with the heart Taurus? Isn't that beautiful? So I might have to do that before we do our meditation. So our sister Robert Paris, we know, she was in a situation. She was evicted, and I said to her, I feel like I was evicted at one point too, but the person who took my place is a queen. So I said, the divine order of things, sometimes when you get evicted from anything, you're going to realize that was necessary for you to go to your next assignment. So at the next assignment, though, this is so uncomfortable. And it's not like what I was in all the years before. And I don't like the toilets, and the people are dirty. People don't listen to me. And so I'm just frustrated. I just don't know what to do. And so you get inflamed. Your body swells up, because you're just so frustrated and reacting to all these things. And what I call fractured pieces, because I'm obsessed with puzzles now. And I've learned as I'm doing these puzzles, these are humans with male, female parts, because every puzzle has a male or a female part. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to fit in, is this 2 parts male or is this 2 parts female in this picture? And so as we look around, especially Robert Paris, she sees a lot of fractured parts, and they can irritate the hell out of you. And so what do you want to do? You want to express your frustration, that F and blah, 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 that blah, 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 that F and blah, blah. And so all you're doing, you're expressing your feelings. You have a perfect right to do that, to express your feelings of frustration. But if you continue to do that, reacting with frustration, anger, bitterness, you are broadcasting into the Taurus field that we just saw, that is so beautiful. It is distracted, totally distracted. It ain't playing the right music. It is playing noise. And if you ever see the Japanese book about water, Nurdine, are you familiar with that book where he takes water and free?
Moto.
Yes, a moto. He takes the
water, has memory.
That is what you are doing when you broadcasting your frustration every day. Oh, I don't like this situation. Okay, maybe you need to be out in the dirt in the wilderness, and then you wouldn't have that. But no, you don't want to do that. So I'm so proud of Robert Paris. She's listening. She's listening and really working to make changes. So this meditation tonight is kind of dedicated to and for her, to help her move out of this reaction mind, that every time things get uncomfortable, this is too challenging for me. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go hide. No, you got fractured puzzle pieces all around you. And our work is to put those pieces together with love. But you got to love yourself first. That's what I am learning. I'm sure Priestess is a queen. She's the priestess. She's the priestess of love. So she loves herself. She's disciplined. I'm learning, loving myself. I'm disciplined, so disciplined. I surprise myself. And then I go eat some potato chips or something, and then I get off my discipline. But I don't stay there long. So tonight, I'm going to introduce you to the type of breath work that can really go deep and change that chemistry, that cellular subconscious memory that says you have to react to everything. got to react to everything because your subconscious memory keeps going back to how abused you were as a child, and you were raped as a young woman, and you were this and that, and the victim, all these things keep coming up. And that's why when you go into a new situation that's uncomfortable, you remember all the things in your past that you had to deal with, and it just makes you angry that you still have to go through this. But guess what? We're all in school, earth school here. And all of us, I've got 2 grandchildren that test me every time, every day. I'm getting A+ in this class. Grandma class, I'm gonna get A+. I'm just determined. And so that's why this meditation I went through with this guy yesterday, I realized so many people are coming up with different breath works that you can do. There's this Soma breath work, and they're bringing it in with yoga classes, and it's a special Soma breath work that you can train and learn how to be a teacher. And all you have to do is pay $1,000 to sign up for this class and to be a Soma breathwork expert. And then yesterday, this guy gave a free class, and he offered an opportunity to spend more time with him for more money. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But I did spend 30 minutes with this guy, and I got such a revelation about the rhythm of our breath to music that can really change your torus field of the heart. Remember, Higher Learning, she said she wants to repeat I'm going to play that clip one more time of the piano. That's only 3 minutes before we do the meditation, because I want you to have that visual. And Nuruddina, I don't know if you were able to watch that. You would have to pull up the YouTube channel if you want to watch it. But I'm going to play one.
I didn't see it. I didn't see because I'm on the call in. But yeah, if you have the link, I'll take you the link later.
Okay. So I just want you to have this visual in your mind when we start this rhythmic breath work with this amazing music, pranic fire music that Mom AZ sent me this morning. In fact, I told Mom AZ this morning, I'm laying in my bed this morning. I had these cramps in my abdomen. And I'm like, what is this? And when I wake up, I said, I'm thinking, what did I eat? So I open up my phone. Mom AZ sends me this pranic fire Kundalini flow vagus nerve yoga. I said, okay, I'm gonna do that breath, that mouth breath work with this music. I'm telling you, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, I felt like I was gonna fly out of here. That cramp went away immediately, and this is just my experience. I'm not a doctor. The cramp went away, and I felt like, okay, I got to play this tonight because there's something about this rhythm. Again, we're talking about having a rhythm that matches the heart torus, like the piano that we just played. Okay, the heart torus. I'm gonna play one more time for those of you who might have missed it, just so you can have the visual of this, and that we can all be focusing on, even though we're going to have our eyes closed. You want to have the rhythm. Think about the rhythm and how your body is moving all the time to a similar rhythm like this. And this is a visual of your entire internal organs, your blood. This depicts your blood flow, your heartbeat, and all the energy that is surrounding your heart. So, kingdom, universe. This is your internal universe, visually. So that is basically what's going on inside the internal universe. The kingdom looks like that according to the energy of the heart Taurus. So we want to do a rhythmic breath work that is going to flow with the music. Not that music, but I want to play this one that Mama AZ sent me because it was like so amazing to me this morning to hear it and to do my breathing. And we're going to be doing mouth breathing because that's what I experienced yesterday, was only mouth breathing that was directing us to tighten your butt muscles and let that energy flow up your spine into your head and then blow it out. So I'm going to talk you through it as we listen to this pranic music from YouTube, and I'm going to put the name up. Let me get rid of this Heart Taurus. Heart Taurus, hide that. And let's see, comments. Any comments before we go? You can repeat. Robert Young is here. He says, awesome show. Robert Young says, you are love. I have to be. That's my assignment. And did I see a tree in that video? Of course you did. Your lungs. I didn't see exactly, but you know what, Zelda, I felt that tree energy in one. I know what you're talking about. There was like a tree energy there for a minute. So I want you to get comfortable with making sure your spine is straight, either laying down on your back and getting comfortable, relaxing, or sitting up in a comfortable position where your spine is straight. Okay. And what we're going to be doing is breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And we're going to, when we breathe in, we're going to tighten our butt muscles as if you're trying to, not go to the bathroom. Tighten them and let just imagine the heart Taurus energy going up your spine to your pineal gland and your pituitary, and then blowing it out. We're going to be doing that to the rhythm of this pranic fire kundalini music that is just, to me, perfect for the rhythm that we're going to be keeping. Nurdina, you have any comments before we start?
No, ma'am. Everything is divine.
Hallelujah. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. So the pranic, everybody getting comfortable, and you're going to close your eyes, and I'm going to start the music and talk you through the rhythm of this meditation, this pranic fire breathing. Before we start, let us set an intention, a pure, holy, divine intention to clear all the unnecessary garbage, unnecessary blockages, and bring in the pure light of our Creator, our spirit energy, of love. Our intention tonight in the next few minutes is to let go of the blockages that you've held onto in your subconscious. Let go of the need to react to things. Let go of the lack of peace in you. Let go of anything that's holding back your flow of love. Let go of any pain, any inflammation, and take in pure love, pure love, pure love. With each inhale, you're bringing in pure love, and the spinal cord, your spine is releasing, letting go. And we put a hedge of protection around each and every one listening to this, my voice tonight. Hedge of protection that no harm will come to you, no evil presence will interfere with this time of devotion and meditation in the kingdom of the Most High, creator of love and the creator of the universe. So let's set, and you might want to just set your own intention at this point. What is it that you want to happen in this meditation, in this breath work that is going to be rhythmically aligned to this pranic fire kundalini? You. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deeper inhale. Deeper inhale. Close muscles. Inhale. Breathe. Hold. Inhale, squeeze, blow. Inhale, breathe. Inhale, squeeze, blow. Inhale, breathe. Exhale. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Inhale, breathe. Inhale, breathe. Deeper. Keep it up. Inhale. Breathe. Hold. Inhale. Deeper inhale. Deeper inhale. Deeper inhale. Breathe. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Deeper. Breathe. Hold. Exhale. Inhale, deeper. Inhale, breathe. Keep it up. Find your rhythm. You want to do energy flow with your spine, to your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, and your eyes appreciate. Slowly open and if you didn't see the visual of this music, it's still on the screen that gave us the rhythm and the action that's taking place as we get deep breathing. Wrote the that video if you're interested searching for that, using it again. But the real point of meditation tonight is just to remind of the rhythm inside of us that's flowing, the heart torus that's always flowing when we are in good health, when we are in homeostasis. There's this magical rhythm of orchestrated music flowing inside of us. And whatever your body has been speaking to you about, inflammation, pain, because you're reacting to life's challenges, life situations, your body is trying to tell you to get back into rhythm of the heart torus. That is all love. It's all love. And I just chose that music because it so resonated with me this morning. But I encourage you to search for your own music that you can do that deep breathing to bring your body back into harmony and balance and alignment with your heart torus and with the creator's love alignment and rhythm of orchestra, symphony. So, how are we feeling? Does anyone have any comments after that brief? It was only about 15 minutes. So, Anyone have any comments, good or bad? Did it make you nervous? Did it not bring any improvement in your situation? Any comments at all? Okay, let me see.
I would like to, that was beautiful.
Okay.
That was really beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
And the music was great too.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was. It was great music. So that mouth breathing, when you're doing those kind of breathing, really, really work, and it does shift you. So, yeah, that was great. Thank you.
And I noticed my mouth got a little dry at first when I was doing it. I did that for 30 minutes yesterday. And after a while, my mouth was getting dry. But it was like the physical part of me said, shut up. Or the soul part of me said, be quiet, physical. Whatever was going on in my physical body, the more I kept up with that breathing, the more the physical became mute. And I couldn't even feel my body at one point. I just kept with the breath coming in, the breath healing, the breath soothing, the breath reaching your crystal, your pineal gland. I don't know about you, Nordina, we so lack giving the attention to this crystal up here, the pineal gland, the pituitary, this brain energy, that when you do this type of deep meditation, it wakes it up. Yes. It wakes it up. So I encourage all of you to find your rhythm, find the music, find the time alone every day. If whatever you're struggling with, whether it's reacting to people or situations, every day make it a point to go into your rhythmic deep breathing to bring balance, to bring that heart torus alive so that your symphony is playing and rhythm and your body is free from inflammation. And Robert Paris she went out to her tree today and practiced on her own music that she sent me. And she said wow, she sent me all kinds of emojis, wow emojis, head exploding and all that. So let's see, do we have any comments here? Higher Learning says, I was interrupted in the beginning and noticed immediately that I did not respond. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. She says, I usually react. This rhythmic breathing works immediately. Oh, wonderful. Great. So thank you for that comment. And I hope everyone will develop their own rhythmic, deep breathing to your particular music that you love. And then just work with, because the rhythm of that music playing on the outside is going to help bring the inside into alignment and balance with the rhythm that I showed you with the heart torus. And I did put that up. If you want to go back to that heart video, it's Heart Torus by Gene Sibelius impromptu. That's the heart video I played earlier. Okay, so I think we're right on time, just a little over the hour, and I hope this has been helpful to you. If you have received any benefit from it, remember, if you So I'm back. I got kicked out for a minute, and I wanted to just say, if you have found this helpful, or if you have any benefit at all, you can send a Cash App donation to $ Vieta Robinson. And when you send me a cash donation for any amount, you will get the book Vegetable Soup for Women for free for that donation, and you will be blessed beyond your expectations. I'm telling you, this was a divine creation to put all these people together to create this book, and I am just so grateful that I had the opportunity to work on this project. And here's the book cover. You'll get the whole, it's about 70 pages, and for a Cash App donation of any amount. And if you want to go into deeper meditation on a more consistent basis, send me an email at viata@hotmail.com, and or go to my website, yourholisticlifecoach.com, and we can partner together to give you a longer plan to get your meditation, your diet, your exercise, all that working together for a set price. Because I'm going to be studying stock trading soon, because I realize my grandchildren don't like school, and their parents are trying to say, well, you got to go to college, you got to go. And I told my grandchildren, no, you don't. No, you don't. But then I was like, well, what are they going to do? So I signed up for this course over the weekend that was greatly reduced to teach you how to trade stocks and do trading. And my grandchildren are smart enough. In fact, the guy who's teaching it says he teaches children all the time how to do this, and they doing amazingly well. So that's the adventure I'm going on. Not only try and make money for myself, but to teach my grandchildren a better career than college, because college, in my opinion, is worthless unless you're gonna. And I would never encourage anyone to go into med school. Not at this point. You're better off learning to be a chiropractor, a masseuse, a therapist, massage therapist, acupuncture. Med school, not my personal opinion, it's not worth it. The stress involved, and doctors are quitting, nurses are quitting. If you watch my Friday show, Health and Wellbeing with Viata, I've been sharing for several weeks now how many nurses are leaving, doctors are leaving. AI is taking over the sick care system, and AI will probably do a better job, in my opinion. So anyway, I think we got one more comment here. Let's see. Wichita. Oh, Washita. That's my sister, I believe, Tawida. She says, breath plus spirit working together. Amen. Aho, ashe, ashe. Oh, that's right. When you put the spirit of the Most High, the Creator, the universe, and your breath together with a rhythm that you really love, miracles. Your body knows how to heal itself. That's the beauty of this type of breath work. Your body knows that you are intentionally doing the work to help it heal your body, to help it bring you back into balance. Because if you have any disease, any inflammation, pain, you're out of balance with the Creator's love energy and love for yourself. So as Washita says, yes, we needed this prescription, a daily sacred practice. Daily sacred practice. When you get your body with the rhythm of your music, the spirit, the intention, body knows exactly what to do, because you are showing love to yourself like never before. Taking the time, closing the eyes, go within, stay there for a while, bring the breath in and out to the rhythm, bring the breath. You're in love, you're having fun, you're enjoy, you're doing this, you're smiling even. Work on it. And if you need help, as I said, viata@hotmail.com, send me an email and we can work out a partnership to help you grow in this practice. Because this is a little side thing here. My sister, Mama AZ, Robert Paris, and I were talking about Iran. And we realized that the Baha'i faith started in Iran. She pointed this out to me. Nuruddina, are you familiar with the Baha'is?
Yes, a little bit through AZ and a couple other people I met.
Okay, interesting history about Baha'i. They started in Iran. It was a predominant faith belief in Iran in 1800s. And the same thing that's happening right now, the Islamic Antichrist spirit came in and started killing people. They didn't want the Baha'i faith in there. So they started oppressing, attacking the Iran back in 1800 now, the early 1900s, this started. And so and yet the Baha'i faith is still strong in Iran, but they're being persecuted, murdered, killed. I get this information from an Iranian friend here in Orlando, actually. She sends me all kind of videos about how many people are being tortured. So my point in this is that our meditation or our reaction about the war in Iran needs to be totally neutral, because this persecution, oppression of the Baha'i citizens has been going on for a long time. It's been a loop of endless wars. And all these presidents have been talking about, we got to get Iran, we got to get Iran. But there's a Stargate in that Middle East area, Iran. Stargate meaning very fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional energy going on there. And the reason that we have had this continual persecution of the Baha'i faith is because it's a belief and a faith system unlike other religions, and the Antichrist, I call him Antichrist spirit of empire in Iran, hates it. They hate it. They murdering, raping children. It's the worst situation. So our meditation to stop reacting will broadcast love even to the Middle East. If we can practice this meditation, sacred, if we can really develop this sacred practice every day and come out of it feeling like, I don't have to react to Trump. I don't have to react to this war. I just need to broadcast love from my sacred practice. You come out of a sacred practice like that, you cannot be angry, bitter, resentful, fearful, because you're going deep within the universe, the kingdom within, and it's going to change the way you see the world. And that's just my experience. And let's see, tell you a great Mother's Day gift. Oh, a Mother's Day. Is that coming up? Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, great Mother's Day gift. Okay, I agree. Okay, she says, remember sacred reciprocity. Yes, yes. It's an exchange of love to our brothers and sisters who are suffering. And something came to me, and I think it was from Spirit, is that some of our ancestors were in Iran in that time of suffering with the Baha'i foundational start. I'm having a feeling that maybe one of my ancestors was there in the 1800s. That is bringing it to my attention. And even Mama AZ, she talks a lot about the Baha'i faith. Maybe one of her ancestors was suffered and died in that. And that's why we're so concerned about it. So ancestral energy comes back and over and over and over again. And we don't even know why we feel the way we do the things we do. But we know we're all connected. We are all one. If you didn't get anything else out of that heart, Taurus energy flowing, is that we are all one. We're all connected. We're so connected. And the fractured pieces, those fractured puzzles that we're putting together, I'm going to merge Mama AZ in here. The fractured pieces of souls that we see who are on drugs, who are stupid, or what we call stupid, substandard training, unable to propel, inspire, and deliver. Those fractured puzzle pieces that we're seeing, male, female, they're going to come together in this beautiful, peaceful picture when we practice love for ourselves and for them. Mama AZ, your mic is open, and Priestess is here or still on. Mama AZ, you have a comment before we go?
I do. Thank us, Priestess Miradina, sister. Thank us for you being there, because you started this joint rolling ancient days back, and I appreciate that. Priestess and I, we go way back as well in North Carolina and Atlanta, Georgia. And it's just awesome, the journey. But the reason that I'm calling, can you hear me okay, Dr. E?
Yes, I can hear you. I think everybody can hear you. Can everybody hear Mama AZ? I think so. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say something quickly. How I got into the Baha'i faith was through Chief Frank Foolscrow, Louis G. Gregory, Shogi, and A.A. Allen, Reverend A.A. Allen of Miracle Valley. And that's another time that I'd like to do a talk on that. But the first person that brought me into the Baha'i faith and encouraged me was Louis G. Gregory. He's been with me even before I came to the planet. And I've been tracing this, okay? So you're right. Your ancestors, some of your ancestors were a part of that, Dr. V, and so was mine. And my mother told me this. That's why she also connected with A.A. Allen, who is connected to Louis G. Gregory on the other side of the veil. And I thank you for saying that. And I thank you for allowing me to voice that. Many people do not believe or think like I think, but that's okay. I'm just grateful that I'm seeing some things even today when Beth sent me that meditation. And it triggered that. And Reverend Allen had her to send it to me. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
So that is why you are reminding us to stay in gratitude. There's so much work to be done on this planet while we're here. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We haven't been waiting for unconscious, reactive, fearful people, souls to show up. We have to, if we're the ones we've been waiting for, we have to be fearless. We have to be courageous. We need to have a sacred practice every day. Because what's going on in the world is not going to change. Our government's not going to do it. Hell, they're so corrupt and confused. We got a soap opera going on with the wife of the president, and it's like popcorn time. It's like, so let's just enjoy the show. Don't get involved in the government's craziness. But we have work to do, Mama Az. You, me, Priestess, everybody here. We have an assignment. So we have to be sober.
Know.
Let's stay sober.
Absolutely. I already know. And sometimes, family, I want to add this quickly. Sometimes, like the eviction, I had to be removed from that devil's den. I learned all of my life since I've been here on the planet. Ones do their best to take me out because they do not wish for me to continue what I came to the planet to do. That's the same with Louis G. Gregory. That's the same with the founders of the Baha'i faith. That's why they take the people out. They don't want the Baha'i community, the ones who decide to be Baha'is, to be existing on the planet because of their sacred spiritual mission. That's the same thing with Reverend A.A. Allen. And even many Baha'is don't understand that or overstand it. They understand it, but they don't understand or overstand it. And since I've been in this nursing home here, it's like I see, even the people that I'm with, I see why I had to be eradicated from Bonita Vista Apartments, because it represents the devil, the negativity. There's no such thing as a devil. But I mean the negative energies. And when you cannot earth and heal yourself in a natural way, and the judge comes along and says, you got 5 days to get it up on out of there, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure what the hell is really going on here in Cochise County. So I'm grateful. I swear to God, I'm grateful. As long as I'm warm, I can sleep on a cushion on the ground. Many people can't do that. But even if I'm in a wheelchair, I taught and trained myself to be able to function if that needs to be, and be grateful that I can survive out
in the wilderness.
Now, I want to
My
say this,
people
Mama
taught me that.
AZ, you and another friend of mine who I just helped move out of her 3-bedroom house have been planted in a garden of older people who are not very healthy, okay? And so
Mhm.
your job is to not judge. Your job is not to react to everything they do that's kind of mental imbalance. Your
I
job is to
don't.
shine your light because they're
I
in their
don't.
last days. They're in their last days. So they're
I
not.
know this. I know this, Dr. V. I know this. I don't. I don't. You have understood me. You haven't understood me or overstood me or overstand what I'm really communicating to you about. No, because if it really bothered me, I would have found a way to exit out of here, not on the other side. I mean, period. I see things. I'm so grateful. This is like being at a doggone university, $2,000 a month university. And so even though what I receive is $30, it's okay now. Because the last week or so, when these young people came to me, I would have not been in place to receive their wisdoms. I mean, from the nursing school here at Cochise College, I wouldn't have been able to receive their wisdoms and their knowledges to inspire me if I had not had my body swollen up with inflammation from something that I ate.
Well,
I'm serious.
Mama AZ, we
So
know
I'm
that it's
grateful.
not just the food. So we know that you're working with a very very challenging university there. And so we send you love.
Yes,
We send love and prayers to you. I'm in like paradise where I live. I swear. I have
me too.
birds show up, cardinals show up every day. I'm feeding squirrels. I have a little place. I am in paradise. So I better show up in peace because I don't have
Me
really.
too.
And well, but your situation might be more challenging right now as you adjust to your new garden, okay? Because you
Well,
do
I
have a
never
garden.
said
You have a garden
I
there. You
never.
got trees, you got your
Yes,
rocks,
but
but you
you're
still
not
have
understanding, Dr. V.
you still
I
have
have
the
never.
fractured pieces there to deal with.
Okay, I have never said to you that, I mean, where can you go where I can have my grand ones here? Where I can go and sit at that tree and put my grand ones here. I know that I'm in the appropriate spot. I know. I never have said that I was unhappy. I've never said I must relocate so I can continue to do what I came to the planet to do. This environment has been very healing to me. Even though it may not appear to be to a lot of people, but I see things now clearly, especially the past 2 weeks. So many things have come to me, been downloaded to me, and I know why Reverend Allen and the others brought me here to Sierra Vista, the Buffalo Soldiers, and everybody, my people, everybody. I see that now. I see that. What you do not understand is that I recognize, as long as I've been here in this location, there are things that I have never shared with anybody that I see. I see why I had to leave Bonita Vista. I see why a lot of things, Dr. V. I mean, I created this. Sometimes, let me say this to you and the audience. Sometimes before we come to the planet, we go through orientation, and I had a reason with Dr. Latif about this. We create, just like I created the issue of alcohol fetal syndrome and having all of these issues with my bones. I created that so that I could have these lessons to be able to teach others and to see how I can go around with having no legs or no arms or whatever. I recognize that, you see, but you don't see exactly everything that I see. And
Yes.
It's not meant for you to be
exactly
to be able to do that.
Okay, so
I thank us.
Okay, so I've known you long enough to know your full story, most of your story from childhood and other lives. You've been so transparent to share a lot about your journey with us, with me, with Noradina, with this whole audience here. You've been transparent, so that's what we can appreciate about you, that you are transparent. You share things with us that we can better understand you.
But see, you and always remember, even though I may have been very transparent, there is so much more that I haven't said because you're not ready for it.
Well, what I want to say to wrap it up though is anytime the physical body is in pain, there's always an emotional root to it. I don't care what anybody says. I've lived long enough to see that the physical body manifests our thinking and our emotions. And then food may play a small role in it, but it's like even when people are addicted to alcohol or certain cake, ice cream, sweets, okay, when the body manifests pain, inflammation, it's not so much the food as the emotion that needs filling from the food. The emotion that says, I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I'm lonely, I'm afraid, I'm scared, so let me have some ice cream. It's the fear energy that's going to cause the disruption in the heart torus acting in harmony. It's not the food as much as it is the emotion behind needing ice cream or alcohol or sex or whatever. It's the emotion, the energy and motion. That's the most important influence on the physical body. That's why this meditation, if you practice it regularly, you can overcome that emotion that is deep in the subconscious that keeps showing up when you get triggered. So that's what I appreciate you so much, Mama AZ, because
I love you too, Dr. V. I swear to God, I do.
We are able to have healthy conversations and come to an agreement that yes, we got an assignment. Let's get busy. I love you. Thank you for being here. I love you. We got an assignment. Let's get busy, showing just as the monks told us to do. Today is going to be my peaceful day, and I'm not going to let anybody interrupt or interfere with that peaceful day. No reaction. Sorry, I'm having a peaceful day. And that broadcast of a peaceful day is going to change the world. We're going to end that war in Iran when we get more and more people saying, I'm not going to have a reactive day anymore. I'm going to just broadcast nothing but peace.
Dr. V, I need to say give a shout out to Brother Bernie, my brother Bernie, who opened up a vortex when he made his journey to Florida. And Beth, sister, thank us for you sending me that meditation this new day. I appreciate you and Brother Bernie. Aho.
Aho.
Shalom.
And we say to all of you, Aho and Ashe.
Thank us, priestess.
Ashe, Ashe, O. Satnam, and Namaste. And Joyce says, Montenegro says, peace. Everybody have a good evening and come back on Friday morning. I got some news for you, health and well-being. You don't want to miss Friday mornings because The medical system is collapsing. Nurses are leaving. Doctors are leaving. So what do you have? You got to take charge of your health with knowledge and courage and wisdom. So that's what I'm giving you every Friday. So thank you once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit that that bell and join my family so you'll get notice when we go live during the week, because the things are heating up quite a bit. And please ignore the soap opera. If you in Washington, D.C., just get popcorn. Whenever you see the news about Washington, D.C., popcorn is the thing we do with all the government chaos. Mwah. Love you, everybody. Have a great day. Thank us. And I'm going to find I don't know what happened to my video. Thank us. And we'll see you on Friday morning. All right, here we go. Nope, that's not it. Tiny house. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. I made a new video, and there it is. Okay, here we go with my brother Imak's music. So have fun. Love you.
The cook-a-boot and ha. The cook-a-boot and ha. And ha kabos en lis ora corona cook curdo and ha. The cook-a-boot and ha. The cook-a-boot and ha. I look deep my dress with mad push allow. On the bed with mad the cool type of yow. The cook's a hopper, I can't pop a R. Penenza put the cook on us order. Go who's to get a lemon order. A zempa haka kept a cataract. A derrick hand. Tashiya, what you want for sound come on. The fear of the comedy, I can't let none. I kick the geek up, you with part to sad. I knew you was, look at Papa Garage. I knew I would for Papa lag. I knew I can't put you I could get that. I knew could do on a constitution ain't yet. I knew could do la mother was part of that. I do free Papa that, the guy was that new finance, that super do I got no horse. The cook could put it in hot. Yeah, the cook could put it in